What about Springfield? Do you think that the turnout was, I think she said probably 20%?
Yeah, about 20-ish. And it's the council races that are really driving that. The mayoral certainly seems to be clearly in favor of Dominic Sarno, given the preponderance of money and organization and name recognition and all the rest. But even to his credit, the mayor not taking it lightly. He's driving. He's getting people out to the polls. He's been campaigning. But it's the council campaigns that are spirited. There are a lot of district campaigns that are driving people from the neighborhoods to get out and vote. And then citywide as well, you know, with a pretty good challenger or two to the at-large city council members. So they're all out there. In fact, today, every member of the city council has been seen going from poll to poll. And for a few years now, they haven't all had to get out there to do that. But they're all hustling, the incumbents.
Do you think there'll be an incumbent that's beaten in this election?
It's hard to say on city council right now. You know, frankly, there have been a thought at one point that perhaps one or two might have been weak. But I'll tell you, in the last couple of weeks, you've seen all of them really up their game. Bud Williams really getting into this, you know, with television and print and really roaring the last 2 or 3 weeks. Catering Walsh the same way. Even Tim Rook, who normally is a little quieter because he hasn't really needed to do anything. They're out there pushing it, which isn't to say, too, that, you know, Tom Ash isn't out there doing the same. City Council President Mike Fenton with no race is out there moving folks around. But these district races are pretty interesting. And as they go, they may affect an incumbent at large or two.
How about the thought of, you know, what's been happening with the casino and in shrinking size and a lot of consternation over who said what and when. Do you think that'll come out in the polls somewhere or another?
A little bit. It's woken up this electorate in Springfield. It's gotten people talking about politics and about government in a year, in a council campaign, in a mayoral certainly, that wasn't that big of an interest overall. You know, there wasn't any an explosive issue or, you know, any specific fee or tax increase. Casino's been the conversation the last 5 to 6 weeks, and even there, we've watched a couple of campaigns, and again, not to single out Bud Williams, but, you know, Williams going to that, you know, really going after MGM the last 2 or 3 weeks. We've watched another large candidate, Jesse Letterman, really play the neighborhood angle, something that Bill Foley, when he was on the city council, would always get out there and get reelected on, the quality of life issues. So it's been spirited amongst the 5 at-large incumbents and 1 or 2 challengers, especially Letterman.
That was really what happened with the casino. I think was a big force behind, and it gave a lot of impetus to the way the councilors were going to jump on that issue.
Absolutely.
Because they, like as you said before, they didn't really have many issues, and now all of a sudden they had one land in their lap.
It's become the overall piece, and it's not just casino or MGM now at this point, too. It brings up other questions about economic development, future of the city, how things work, and it gives the city councilors another opportunity to remind the electorate that they do have a chance to weigh in on these kinds of things. It's not all strong, you know, mayoral form of government here, that the council has a role in all this as well.
Great.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see. A little bit more than 3 hours. We'll be back, and we'll pick apart what didn't happen.
Get out and vote. There's still time.